God, that Game 6, right? That Game 6, it hands down one of the best episodes that's ever been uploaded to this channel. The crazy game. I don't really want to try to spoil too much if you haven't seen it, but just Game 6 of the series against the Detroit Red Wings that we just played that got us here to the second round. Wild third period. I mean, it wasn't even a whole third period that we had. It was like pretty much half of a third period to get that game into overtime. So we're now here in the second round. We're playing the Columbus Blue Jackets. There are a few things that I wanted to check on, but first, let's take a look at the Columbus Blue Jackets and the team that we're going to be going up against. This is the Blue Jackets on paper. RJ Umberger, Brandon Dubinsky in the middle, the sniper, Marian Gaborik. Goodness gracious, 90 overall sniper. I got to look at, if I can remember to do this, I got to look at his attributes. Vinny Prospel, you can see the depth does tail away just a little bit on the second line. Anisimov down the middle, flanked by Foligno on the right wing. Calvert, Johansson, Atkinson, Jenner, Letestu, and Bull. So that fourth line is, I think we can go to school on that fourth line, to be honest with you, and even get a little bit to that third line as well. Their depth is not insane, but that's just if you're basing it off of overall player ratings. Now on defense, Jack Johnson, Wisniewski, Nikitin Tutin, Murray, and Savard. So nothing here really stands out. Not even that first pair. Kind of just an okay decor, I guess, if you ask me. I mean, they're in the playoffs, so I don't want to underestimate an opponent here, but just nothing overwhelming here on D. Nothing overwhelming for our team to deal with their power play looking like this. Just a snapshot of the power play, so it's in the video. The goaltenders at work, Sergei Bobrovsky, obviously going to be the number one goaltender. Michael Layton is the backup for Bobrovsky. I would imagine, unless we get to Bobrovsky, if you saw the Stanley Cup Final Game 1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets of the Calgary GM Mode series, if we can do that, we might be seeing Layton at some point in this series if we did what we did in that game. But yeah, I would anticipate this is pretty much a Sergei Bobrovsky series, 84 overall. Hybrid goaltender. We'll get a further look into these players when we see their stats. I'm not sorting this by forwards and defensemen. I'm just going to show the whole roster right here. This is the Columbus Blue Jackets stats through round 1. Remember, they did sweep the Tampa Bay Lightning, so a relatively smaller sample size for the Columbus Blue Jackets than obviously we did. We went 6 games in our first round series with the Detroit Red Wings. Umberger leading the team with 7 points in 4 games played. Then there's Gaborik. Oddly enough, that 90 overall sniper has all assists. He has 5 points with 5 assists, not scored a goal yet in the playoffs. That'll probably change in this series that we're about to undergo against the Blue Jackets. Fedor Tutin from the blue line, he has 2 goals. So does Murray. Ryan Murray with 2 goals, 4 points from the blue line. And down the list we go real quickly. Just going to scroll right down the list. And this is Bobrovsky's body of work in 4 games. 1.3 GAA. That is an incredibly low number. No, it's not a surprise to me that they swept the Tampa Bay Lightning with goaltending statistics like that. The save percentage, I'm going to take a quick guess. I'm going to guess a 940 something. Yep, 94% save percentage, 94.55 to be exact through the first round. A pretty good guess on my part. I had no idea what the stats were for Bobrovsky. In 4 games, by the way, he's given up 6 goals. And this is Bobrovsky's player card, or whatever you want to call this. I'm going to officially, for now on, I'm going to refer to this as a player card, because, I mean, that's basically what it is. It tells you the player's attributes, and if you flip to the next screen, you can see their regular season stats. This is probably not actually a bad idea to do. Take a look at what Sergei Bobrovsky did in the regular season, because he has a larger body of work that we can rely upon. And then, obviously, on this side of the card, you can see his playoff stats. And speaking of player cards, I wanted to see Marian Gabourik's player card. He's 32 years of age. How many years left on that deal? Man, that's crazy. This guy was a 2000 draft pick. I remember watching him play with the Minnesota Wild as a child. So, yeah, roughly a child. I was 6 years old in the year 2000. So, yeah, 1 year left on this current deal at $7.5 million. There's his attributes just so they're in the video. If we skip to the next screen, I skipped 2 screens over on accident. This whole menu screen is finicky, so just bear with me. 78 games played, 30 goals in 78 games, almost point per game. Gaborik was obviously a producer, although at 7.5 million. 7.5 million in 2013-14 is quite a bit of money to be paying a forward. He might be one of the highest paid forwards in the entire game at that AAV. So he better be racking up more than 30 goals, I would say, at that dollar value on that contract. But anyway, he's probably going to be the biggest concern offensively we're going to have to deal with on the ice surface in this upcoming playoff round. Someone mentioned it, Brendan Gallagher. I couldn't for some reason. I know who Brendan Gallagher is. I've watched him play. I've seen him play in person. And for some reason, I could not remember what jersey number he wears in the real world. The game just gave him number 20. We're going to give Brendan Gallagher his number 11 that he wears in real life and will now wear in the game. So just a mid-playoffs jersey number change. That'll be the only change that we make to the jersey numbers for right now. And I totally forgot about this too. Henrik Zetterberg did miss the first round with a concussion. He was not returning until May 5th. Now, I don't know what the exact date in the game world is. There's the modifiers for the injury to Zetterberg as well. Obviously, he would not play with a concussion. But anyway, he was not close to returning. I don't think he would have been back for a Game 7. He would not have been back for a Game 7 anyway. So they were missing Zetterberg for the whole first round. Okay, team rankings. So who's a rebuilder? Just so I have this in the video. These are all of the rebuilding teams if we look at the bottom. So you see how it says rankings as of April 23rd. So that's the date in the game world. It is April 23rd. In the technically the off season for all the teams out of the playoffs and that have been eliminated from the playoffs. These are the rebuilding teams if we want to make any trades. This is more for future reference for me, but these are all of the technically rebuilding teams. And then, of course, inside that top 10 for sure are all teams that qualified for the playoffs or just missed out on the playoffs. Toughest teams. Also, we're ranked 21st in toughness. What are you trying to say about this Canadiens team, that we're not tough? We can't play big? So, you know how we made that trade at the deadline. I just want to put this in here before we go into playing this game and just jut this into the video just so it's on YouTube. But here's Alex Galchenyuk. I don't know if I looked at Alex Galchenyuk, but you remember that trade we made at the draft that allowed us to acquire Matt Duchene. This was purely a trade for me and from my perspective, as well as the Avalanche perspective, about the Avalanche moving out a slightly older and more experienced, established player in Matt Duchene to get younger with more potential with Galchenyuk. You can see the 4.5 gold star potential of Galchenyuk. I wanted to see, just so I have it on record, what he did this season with the Avalanche. He played 62 games. He scored 42 goals, 14 goals, 7 assists, 21 points. He was a -11. So obviously, if you're an Avalanche fan, you're probably going to look at that and be a little critical. But remember, this is an Avalanche team that is a rebuilder. They're in rebuild mode. It actually kind of made some sense for them to get a lot younger at center, because I'm guessing that's where Galchenyuk is playing for them. They'll have Nathan MacKinnon for sure next season. I don't think MacKinnon played. We can back out of this. I don't think MacKinnon played any games. No, he did not play any games for the Colorado Avalanche this season. He'll be ready for them in next year's season, in Season 2 of the GM mode. That will have them younger and really set at center, and then they'll be set as well on the wing. This is a team that they're going to be an up-and-comer in this GM mode. I would pay close attention to them. The Galchenyuk trade may look a little bit lopsided right now, especially with what Duchesne has done for us, but that's all that I have to say. Let's just carry this right into the gameplay. Welcome to round 2, taking the ice to this incredible atmosphere at the Bell Center after treating these fans to an electric Game 6 against the Detroit Red Wings in comeback fashion. It was the first time I have ever, in any GM mode at the very least that I can recall, that I have ever pulled off a comeback after trailing by 3 goals. Truly impressive stuff. But we're in a new round against a new opponent, and all of that is behind us. What the hell? Whoa, Rene Bourque, man, getting fancy with it out here at center ice and partially in the D zone. Oh, look at Subban having a wonderful introductory statement for RJ Umberger, and now for Marian Gaborik out of the corner. We got a shadow Gaborik along the ice. Markov, he was the hero in Game 6 in overtime. That was a hopeful pass for Pacioretty out to neutral ice. The Jackets dump it back in. And with a new opponent comes a new adjustment for me to be made. I'm going to have to figure out how to play a brand new opponent. We're having a really difficult time getting the puck in the end of the rink that Sergei Bobrovsky is stationed in for right now. So Subban, we're going to stop. We'll do a little cutback to the middle, get to the middle, inside position, shot, rebound off of that one from PK Subban. I see it behind the net. Stay behind the net there, Pacioretty. In front to Gionta, and there's a rebound opportunity. Pacioretty is all around that rebound. Duchesne gets to it. We fired across the rink. Pacioretty was not paying attention. Need to have that head up a little bit more. Under pressure is James Wisniewski. Had a 40-some second Hurricanes career after he stepped on the ice in Nashville in his first game as a Hurricane, and then abruptly towards ACL for like the second time. There's a chance backdoor for Brendan Gallagher, who is now wearing his number 11, rightfully so. Gallagher, look at these spin moves. Gallagher behind him. For Georges, this play is onside. Yemlin, one-timer, just rocketed wide of the net. How about that start for these Canadiens? Get in there, Gionta. We got a bit of a smaller-sized line set up out here right now, and there's another small player on the ice, ripped in by Cam Atkinson. Atkinson, who's roughly the same height as I am. Maybe an inch taller. I'm not actually entirely sure. That was a stupid saucer pass to absolutely nowhere, but the Jackets will ice the puck anyway. On the touch from Yemlin, we finally get a break in the action. There's the new number 11, Brendan Gallagher, getting his first shot on goal in this series, and a first look at him in the new digits, the appropriate digits for Brendan Gallagher. Hopefully we see him score some goals while wearing that number. He didn't do anything with him while wearing the number 20. And it wasn't that he was non-existent on the ice, but points-wise, yeah, he didn't do anything while he wore the number 20, which, of course, is a number that is possessed by Yuri Slavkovsky. I'm just going to go with Slavkovsky because I'm not actually even sure of the first name. Wow, I thought I could get across the rink to Desharnais, but I better stick by the Blue Jackets on defense. It's hard in this game against this skill level AI to send the puck cross crease. The AI are really good, and that's a penalty. The AI are really good at defending the cross crease pass, which is something that I guess I don't play the modern game. I haven't played a modern game since NHL 23, right? Or was it 24? No, 24? Did I play 24? I don't even remember anymore. It's been forever now since I last played a modern NHL game. It's funny how the years go by real quick. I'm not buying a modern hold on. Oh my god. Okay. I'm not buying a modern day console to play one video game. Just not happening. So that's simply why there is no Be a Pro series on this channel. That's a goal. We completely lost Cam Atkinson on that one-timer. Low to high feed. Blue Jackets strike on the power play. That was a quick goal too. It didn't take long on the power play. I want to see a replay because I don't even know what happened. We went to go get the puck with Subban, and then everyone just lost coverage in the slot area because that's basically where Atkinson scored. Yeah, right between the hash marks. You cannot leave, I don't care who it is, you can't leave anybody in the NHL wide open. You can't leave anybody in beer league wide open in the hash marks. Okay, maybe you can leave some people open in beer league in the hash marks. But you oftentimes won't get away with it. Lars Eller with a bump to the outside. Hold on to this puck. Eller. There you go. Gagne separates puck from man. Back to the point, Leopold. We can go D to D here. And then back. I don't know why the pass was aimed backwards because that was not my intention with that play. So clearly, just a statement that doesn't even really need to be said. We can't go to the penalty box too much in this series. We found out the hard way against Detroit, so that'll be wristed back in. I know that's Duchesne giving chase, but my player switching button, the button is still not freaking working. Just at this point, just need to buy a new controller. I hate it. I just bought this freaking controller. It shouldn't have any problems with it. I haven't done anything to it. I haven't abused it. I have barely even really used it at all for its intended purposes, and the button just decided one day it was going to stick, and then it was going to become a problem that would be a nuisance for forever. I knew that hit was coming. That's why I tried to do a quick deke there with Rene Bourque. I'm trying to still do some more dekes. Oh, my God. Okay, well, there's the hit. They came anyway by Brandon Dubinsky on the other side of the ice in the attacking zone. Subban through center. If we can. No. There's nowhere to go. Turn around, Subban. You gotta go get the puck. Sloppy start for the Canadiens here. Much like what we had in Game 6. We had a little bit of a sloppy start in Game 6, but it didn't really get out of hand until the third period, which is, of course, when we made the comeback. You can see that these guys are actually in a trap. They're not really pressing here on the forecheck. They probably should have, as Subban made a small error there. Now, Brandon Prust. What the hell? Where did the hands come from there, Prust? There's just something you're not telling me? That was incredible. Prust in front. It was centered, but it's going to go back to the point. That's actually the smart play, is to just get it right back on the net. Spinorama time for Desharnais, apparently. And then he got board played. Turnover goes the other way for the Jackets here. Good play by Yemlin on D, but Prospol gets it back. Foligno, big blocker save. That's Carey Price for you. He's going to keep you in a lot of games. He's going to keep you in a series. He kept us in quite a bunch of games against the Red Wings. And yet in Game 6, we heavily outshot the Detroit Red Wings in Game 6. I think by the end of regulation play, they had registered roughly 18 shots on net. I'm trying to remember all this on the top of my head. However, Carey Price was sensational in that game nonetheless. Regardless of the shots he had to face or the shot volume that he was having to contend with, we do go offside on this. I didn't mean to do a spinorama, but the button inputs, the game seems to think I want to do a million spinoramas out here. I just want to shield the puck and do some cutback moves. I want to get the puck into the zone and then do a few cutbacks. Can we get it? We can get it, but we're not onside. I have to send it in. Eller, why is the puck bouncing like a tennis ball? It's the complete wrong sport for that. Chad Leroux's chop at this. At the very minimum, he helped Markov shield that puck. Bank pass finds Gagne. Gagne down the wing, streaking across for Eller, knocked out of midair by Nikitin. I got to learn, this defense is just too good at that. You can't send it across rink like that. They're just too good. But it's going to make my play a lot more one-dimensional. That hit the glass and went out of play. We just can't get a thing to go right for us. Already 5.5 to go in the first period. This has been a quick period of play. Not a whole lot of anything really to say in favor of the Canadiens right now. It's been a very boring first period for the Habs. I hate to say it, but it has been. Go down the rink. Bourque out of reach. Icing? For sure. Not even going to fight that. That's an icing. I pressed the saucer pass button. I did want to set... I did intentionally want a saucer pass right there. I just didn't find Rene Bourque with the pass. Good save by Price. We cannot keep Price too busy. I said that in the Detroit series. He's a good goaltender. I just don't want to keep him too busy. We're having a very difficult time keeping the puck in the Columbus zone. This is exactly what we need. We need a shot here, Bork. I'll take that off the shoulder of Sergei Bobrovsky, who we saw the numbers coming out of 4 games against the Tampa Bay Lightning. He was a demon in the freaking goal crease for these Columbus Blue Jackets. Duchesne and Bork need to sort it out. Who's going to take the puck here? Dropped back behind him for Georges, but he could not actually get that pass clean. Head up through center. Duchesne. You're about to find out how good the hands of Matt Duchesne are. Duchesne down the wall. Driving play into the zone. Duchesne on a puck shield. On a wraparound. Couldn't get the shot away. I was trying to shoot the whole time. Reverse it. Oh my God. Gianta down low in the corner now. Bork. This is actually a nice little cycle play. Activating there was Markov. We go to the defenseman Subban. Spins off of that. Subban down in the middle of the rink here. I just don't have any help. No one got available. This is going to be a breakaway. It's a goal, isn't it? Big save by Price. We're going to meet we were going to meet Letestu in the middle, but it never happened. Saved again by Price. Wrists it up the board. Sloppy start to this game. So I'm going to skate in, stop, get to the middle. Gallagher with a little fake and a drag, and Gallagher's been spun around again in the attacking zone. This is PK Subban. I'm trying to play escape mode against this forecheck. Holy goodness, geez. What is that? Possible? Who is that? Subban. All right, I'll take it. We needed a shot. God, I feel like I'm not ready to play this game. I hate to say that, but I feel like I'm just truly not ready to play this game, and yet it needs to get recorded anyway so that I can edit it and upload it. I'm running a really tight schedule right now with trying to get this series out. Price is standing on his head. It's the difference maker right now. There's some plays, right? There's been some plays in this first period that without the saves from Price could be a completely different hockey game. If we could get a goal before the period ends, do you know how much that would change the dynamic of things going into the intermission? Gagne, little pump fake right there. Oh, cut back move. We're going to lose it, but that's okay because we got the support of our teammates. Back to the point. Knocked down. Keep that. Go in there, Eller. You guys have a job to keep this puck alive for right now. The period is not over. Chad LaRose knows what that means. He's honest. He's on this. Eller, shoot. You got to shoot. Got to shoot. Oh, my God. The horn sounded. I knew that we were running out of time. And we just could not get a favorable bounce at the end of the period. Couldn't get a bounce in that period at all to save our lives. It's up to you, the captain, Gianna, in that room in the intermission. You got to get the guys fired up. Do I need to bring out the never give up clip again? Do we need that speech again? We got 6 shots on the net. They got 7 on the net. The difference is one of their 7 went in. They got a goal on one of their 7 shots. It came on the power play from Cam Atkinson. I have a few small-sized players of my own on this team. I need one of them to come through, but it doesn't even have to be a smaller-sized player. It can be anybody. And my player switching button is not working. It's going to cost me a goal. Subban broke his stick. He broke his stick on that one. I got to dump it in. We'll dump it on Bobrovsky. I'm getting a new controller. I think that's just the bottom line. I need a new controller. This is abysmal how difficult it is to switch players. Bork, I want to lead that pass ahead. All right, patch ready. The deke, once you got in the zone, was really not necessary. Across rink, backhand twisted on by Duchesne. That'll be a line change. And sure, we'll change D pairs as well. I had a nice little opportunity had I not done the deke with Pacioretty, but I had already committed. I don't know why we're getting a replay of a center ice dump in that Bobrovsky had an easy time handling. That was not going to go in. This is an elite of the professional goaltenders on the ice, and he's not letting in a flubby little dump in go in the net. Not in this game. He may not let anything in this game. It could be a full-on shutout for Sergei Bobrovsky, but have I just jinxed it? There's a penalty. That's what we need. So gain the zone, dish it off wide. Gallagher, cut back again. Back to the point. It's open. All right, settle this. It's a free play. With a delayed penalty, it's a free play. I'm looking. Back to the point. Okay, it's a little behind Yemlin, so we'll just reset. How is the pass like that so sloppy? Given off for Georges because we have the space with it. Stay on side, Gallagher. All right, pump fake, stop. I'm looking for what's available. Back up top. All right, that was a slow pass. All the passes are really slow. Down low. Subban working out of the corner like a forward. All right, we're going to stop. Cancel that pass. Now go over. George's handles onside. We're not taking a shot. We're taking our time with this. Do we shoot it now? Shoot it now. Wrister. Oh! And that's a touch. Okay, I like that. We got a shot on goal at least. We didn't score. We were very patient because we could afford to be before we eventually took a shot. It's all about being smart with the shot that you do take with it when it's a free play. You can kind of just go out there and freewheel and do whatever you want when it's a delayed penalty. Ideally, you hope to get the best possible look you can achieve with a delayed call like that. Even if you can, especially if you can score. You just don't want the shot to get blocked. That was my main concern. I didn't want the shot that I eventually took to get blocked, and it didn't get blocked. We got it on the net. Up to Pacioretty. So this is one of those. We're going to drag this to the outside. Stop. I have a guy backdoor, but it's not what I want. Not what I want. I want a good look here. Leopold operating. We got this play moving. Oh, my God. Why was he on his backhand for that? Knocked down, but not held in the zone. That's okay. Bank this off the boards. Duchesne, you got to skate right into that. We'll cut back against the grain again. Looking. We got guys changing, so that's why we're taking our sweet time here. Who's that back door? In front for Plekanec. It did! Whoa! What a goal to Plekanec! I didn't think we were going to score on that. Now we hear Le Boux for the first time in this series. That was a neat little setup. Allez, Montreal. Duchesne with the pump fake, then sends it slow across the ice surface over to Plekanec, who can tip it past the failed poke check of Bobrovsky. What a weird-looking goal, but I like it. In terms of the animation was a little weird-looking, but a realistic play. I think the speed of the pass completely threw everyone for the Jackets off on that play, including Bobrovsky. He went for a poke check. They obviously completely failed. I want to dump this in. I want to dump this in with intention, and then forecheck with intention, which is exactly what Chad LaRose has done here. All right, Canadians are waking up slowly in this game until GM1 made that mistake on the blue line. That's led to another breakaway for the Jackets, but handled no problem by Carey Price. I've gone in with a little fake shot there, lays it along for Eller. Somehow we're pulling these passes off. Eller to the inside. That'll be dropped off. GM1 shooting. Wrister, what the hell happened to it? It was on, surely that was on the goal line. Good try by GM1. Skating in from behind the play. He picked up the failed move by Lars Eller to end up with a shot on net. We'll get a replay of the Carey Price save on Calvert. Yes, Calvert's breakaway. That's a very important save. We've kind of hung out Carey Price to dry a few times in this game early on. A few mistakes with the puck on the blue line. You just can't do that. I don't care who's tending the goal crease behind you. You cannot make stupid mistakes like the ones we have so far in this game. Subban's got to have a little more skating urgency. The Jackets are hard on the forecheck. They're skating harder to the puck than we are as the defenseman going back to get the puck in our own zone. All right, that toe drag move was not necessary, but it works out. I'm going to go Krab on the one-timer. Oh, you can see, and no. Dubinsky's going to score on this one. No, he doesn't. 5-hole attempt denied. Oh, man. Too fast and loose with it for me. What is this gameplay? Pacioretty could not dangle the defenders on that move. I'm going around this side. I got Pacioretty. I'm forechecking this side of the rink. Watch the stick blades. Oh, there you go. Markov. Quick little snapshot in on Bobrovsky, but it got blocked down before it could get there. Pressure up the boards. We put that pressure up the half wall on Gaborik. He still comes away with it now. Dubinsky hip checked and forced to dump the puck into the zone. We're going to slow the pace of the game down for a second, but the Blue Jackets with a two-man forecheck is not going to allow that to happen. What an aggressive play on the forecheck. I was caught out by that entirely. Diaz stays with this. Diaz across rink for White, but it was deflected before it could get there. That'll be Gallagher, but it's offside. He just couldn't finally control it. Once he got possession, he brought it behind the blue line and back in. Third breakaway of the game for the Blue Jackets. If you want to get technical about it, this is definitely a breakaway. Carey Price, stonewall cold in the goal crease. How many more times can we ask for Carey Price to come up with a big breakaway save? We got to tighten it up. Everywhere we are on the ice, we got to tighten up our game. Look at them. Look at him just freewheeling right down the middle of the rink. We cannot allow this. Might be some strategic adjustments on the way. Another save for Price. I want to get this puck out. That's a soft pass for Gallagher. Gallagher, just board play yourself and hope you can get it up there. Giunta, two smaller sized players on the ice working together. Giunta just cut back, protect the puck. Down low, just handed it to Calvert. Such a blatant giveaway there by the captain. Not captain material on that possession. Banked off the boards, that'll find Gianta. That's a dump-in. And he makes the smart play this time by getting it a full 200 feet away down the rink. He was going off on so focused on going off on a line change, we couldn't get it back with a forecheck on that possession. Ball dumps it cross corner. Leopold. And to deal with the forechecker in the form of Boone Jenner, one of the more awesome names in the NHL. In front for Letestu, they score again. Breakdown after breakdown after breakdown, man. So many, the 2 goals that the Jackets have scored in this game have been defensive breakdowns where we have completely lost a guy in the slot. Okay, see, we're staggered is our D strategy, but I think we're gonna go contain puck. Let's do that first. Contain puck. Pucks have got to get in deep, and we have got to forecheck. We have got to start actually putting pressure on these guys. They're forechecking. They are forechecking the shit out of us right now, and we're not responding. We have nothing for it right now. I really wanted to hit that guy, but I'm gonna lay off. I'm gonna play the gentlemanly game after the whistle, and I am not gonna go for that body contact. Only while the puck is actually in play. Try to keep it somewhat realistic. It's a video game after all, but I'm gonna try to keep it semi-realistic. So they give me, look at this, they give me all the ice on the left side. Now look at them, and we go off. That is some absolute bone-crunching nonsense right there to go offside on that. You absolutely just drill a hole in my head on that offside. What an absolute moronic play to go offside on that. We had a good clean zone entry. They were backed off. They were actually set up in a freaking triangle on the zone entry. Leopold blocks the dump in. Getting it back to center ice. Leopold is to it first. Now Pruss. Now Leopold. And we're offside again. Jesus. We just cannot get anything going. There is just no rhythm or flow to this game right now, especially if you're a Canadiens player. We win the faceoff, we dump it in. We didn't win the faceoff. I might have to change my entire forechecking strategy. Good play by Subban. I want to send this up the boards. Subban help out. Pass the puck. I'm pressing the button, and that game is an absolute douche. Oh, my God. Ooh, I hate when it's like this because this is so annoying. Trying to box out in front. Price has it smothered there. Yeah, I'm going to have to, fully take this controller apart. I may even take a pause to just buy an entirely brand new one. It pisses me off that I buy a controller. I don't even care if it's a knockoff controller. I buy a controller, and I want it to work as it's intended to do. Backdoor for Aller. You can't tell me that didn't go. Back to the point. Back to the point. Cross. Yeah, thank you, Yemlin, so we can give up the 4th breakaway in this game. I'm diving. What a play by Yemlin. On Foligno, he makes a shot anyway, and a save by Carey Price. Just so many goofy-ass mistakes right now. Oh, I'm going to 1-2-2 aggressive. Screw this. Oh, screw this noise. I'm so pissed off. Get low doesn't even make me laugh right now. This is so bad. But Canadiens, we need a shot. Nope. I'm going to fake that. Fake that one. Cut back move. Right there. What the? Who are you passing to, you absolute dick titty? Okay. Shoot. Subban deflection goal. All right, we shot low. There you go. Brendan Gallagher. He gets welcomed to the playoffs with a deflection off the PK Subban ball. So sloppy to that point. It's got me feeling a little bit better about this game. That was nicely done by Subban, though, to shoot it along the ice surface so that Gallagher could get a clean redirect. Both goals have been redirects. Gallagher on that one. Canadiens earlier in the game on the power play on the man advantage. That is Gallagher's first. Is that his first ever playoff goal? That's his first goal of this playoffs for sure. So the number 11 is truly a good luck charm for Brendan Gallagher. I told you, scoring plenty of goals wearing that number. You can wear that number for the rest of your career. I'm trying to get possession here. I really am. This forecheck is a pain in the ass. I got to saucer that along. Head man up for Duchesne. I'm going to drop it. Oh, blocked off the leg. Go get it. Back up top. No, never mind. Up top is defended well. No. You're not getting a breakaway off of this. Hell no. I don't think so, mister. I hate the way it bounces on the dump-in, but George has handled that well. Off the dump-in and all. Bork. All right, Bork, you're a one-man show. Skate the stick move. Not happening there. Stay on Nikitin. Stay on Nikitin. Forecheck's doing better since I went to 1-2-2 aggressive. Where are we at? We gave Prospel all that ice, and then we took it right away. Subban is battling against Foligno on the forecheck. Cover the point shot. I got to rim that up the boards, but it's not happening. Eller. I got no help. Reverse. Anisimov pulled it off of me before I could reverse it, but they play it all the way back into their own end of the rink, tooting around the boards. LaRose was not hustling after that. Anisimov was, and it shows with the possession the Jackets have here. Two-man effort on that forecheck. We'll just pin it here. Fine by me. Just get out of the frickin' period. I swear, man, I hope I just fixed the controller, because I'll be 100% honest. I just smashed the frickin' button against my sim racing rig, and I think it worked. I really do think it worked. I can pass now. I mean, I took the button and I just mashed it. I'm so heated coming out of the first two periods of this game, because it has been, the gameplay has really left a lot to be desired for this one. Now, I'm just pissed off at the way things are going, and we have a tie game right now. But we've made so many stupid mistakes, just mistakes that shouldn't even be happening in the first place. A lot of the mistakes you can contribute to the button sticking, the R2 passing button sticking and not passing when I wanted to, or not switching players when I wanted to, because that button also controls player switches. It's switching super well now, actually. Did we really? Oh, we got a power play. I thought we were taking the penalty. All right, tripping. When did this happen? Color me surprised. And color me pleased as well. Oh, it happened. That's not a trip. Oh yeah, it is. It was just it was just really delayed. Well, we know what we did the first time we had the power play. We took one shot, we scored one goal, and it's the only opportunity we've had tonight on the man advantage. There we go, Plecky, as I'm going to call Plekanec. Plecky, the nickname. Just look at this. I can pass now. It's amazing what happens when a button works. All right, back. Oh, yep. Well, Pacioretty, not Subban. Pacioretty was winding up for a one-timer that just never happened. I'm looking. Up to Pacioretty. I can't pass. It's amazing. It's so smooth now. Oh, my God. Just bashing the controller was the way to go. Ooh, Subban was not ready for that pass. Plekanec. Shoot. Pacioretty. Shoot. All right. That's fine with me. We got a chance on the net. Starting to look a lot better. Leave that puck there. We got a defenseman coming back for it. I'm glad that Price could settle that puck down, but we've got it now. Okay. Plekanec, you're just going to skate into a turnover. Yes, he did. Nikitin down the rink. Markov has the give chase. I'm going to, if you stay up high on the zone, I'll shoot it up there. There we go, Eller. Perfectly played off that bounce. And we go offside. Big shocker there that we would go offside. Not the first time we've done that tonight. That's something we need to do in practice. We need to work on offsides in practice. Just work on not going offside in practice. Oh, look at the space I have with Desharnais. And then out of the air on the rebound, he put it right back on. Another save for Bobrovsky. See, when the controller works, we're getting a lot more chances. And we're playing a lot cleaner. So I want to skate in, and then you stay there, Gallagher. Just bust one hole. Okay, never mind. I thought he was going to actually take a shot there. This is a problem because we do have a forward playing D from the power play, and it's Desharnais. I'm going to have to, in mid-game, I'm going to have to make a change here on the fly. Ooh, watch out for that. Gianta still pivoting, looking for that option. It's at the point. Desharnais back down low. Plays it to Eller. A little bit of a switch going on there. That's okay. Back to Desharnais. Crank up the one-timer. That'll allow us to get a full change. Do you see how clean that was? That was so much cleaner than anything we've done all evening long. Just that simple one-timer over to Desharnais. It was a save. I mean, he had a couple of good looks on that entire shift. So he's really rolling tonight. Take a look at 51. He might be on the score sheet with a critical goal by the end of this game. Well, how did Columbus mess that up? I'm glad they did. D to D. Look at how the D to D pass was clean. That forward pass for Rene Bourque was clean as well. We're cutting back. I see Subban. Now the pass for some reason was off on that one, but okay. Yes. Oh my! And he does score it. Max Pacioretty. It just had enough mustard on it to slide through the 5-hole. All right, baby. Now I'm feeling this game. That little deke move got him to the middle of the rink as well by Max Pacioretty. It wasn't actually necessary, but it adds a little flair to the goal. And again, like I said, he had enough muscle power on that shot to get it through Bobrovsky. The Canadiens have their first lead in Game 1. You can't hear LeBou enough. Truly one of the better goal songs. The Canadiens got rid of this song, did they not? They don't use this song anymore. Why not? Such an awesome song. Up for Ryan White, a little behind him, but that's fine. We're going to skate this in. We have possession, so we are onside. Down low for Prust. In front for Desharnais. Oh, what the hell? Oh, the button's stuck again. That is not a good thing. We're just kind of creating chaos all over the rink, and it's working out in our favor right now. Yemlin beyond that. That's okay. Dumped in. Georges. I'm going to risk that up the boards because you see how wide open the weak side boards are. Now, Desharnais. Fake to the inside. Couldn't get around Tootin with that one. Nikitin through center to Letestu. A dangerous pass for Letestu in the middle of the rink. Georges, and he's on that. Oh, no, he's not on that. Letestu, 3-on-0 chance, and Carey Price handles it well. Ooh, for all the mistakes the Canadiens have made, Carey Price has been their bailout. He has posted bail for the Canadiens this evening. I mean, it truly is amazing. He has possession of the puck. He will melt it down. He's gotten sick and tired of seeing this. There's a slash after the whistle for Yemlin. Uh-oh, I didn't want to accept this fight. I really didn't want to accept this fight. Jared Ball versus Plekanec. What the hell is this? This is a mismatch if there ever was one. I'm not going to win this fight. There's no way I win this fight. Oh, yeah. And R2's my dodge button as well, so pray for the dodge button. Yeah, that was a dead even fight at the end of the day. It was Plekanec that ended up being KO'd. Round of applause for him for that. I don't know what spurred that on. Just these two teams are getting really chippy right now. Is this a new rivalry in the NHL? We got Blue, Blanc, and Rouge versus Red, White, and Blue. Which Red, White, and Blue is the better Red, White, and Blue in this series? We're going to find out. That's what these next best-of-7 games are all about discovering. I had Duchesne on a line. He would have been wide open, but he's got the skating legs to get to this. He gets to a first. Duchesne to the inside. Duchesne around another. He got tied up. He had that second move done as well. His hands are so crafty. I love to play with control of Matt Duchesne in this game because he's so freaking good. He was not paying attention to that pass. So that's his fault. Not my fault. That's entirely on the AI-controlled Matt Duchesne. Duchesne against Marian Gaborik. We got two superstar players looking to make a name for themselves in this series. Duchesne's really looking to make a name for himself as a Canadian superstar. Oh, and he is. Duchesne again. LaRose powers it into the zone. I'm going to send this behind the net. If I could get possession, I thought I would. Got to be. They're looking for that pass right up the middle. We got to be on top of that. Good play against Foligno. Oh no! It popped right out in front of Carey Price. LaRose, give it along for Gagne. Gagne, a stutter step move around. Over to Gagne right on the point blank opportunity denied by Bobrovsky. Inside the dots here with Diaz. Sent further into the zone. That'll be a change for the Jackets. It's a partial change, not a wholesale change. I'm going to look to elevate this. Oh, that hit the glass. Run in there, White. No penalties either. Have we stayed out of the box in this game? I think we've done a really good job, aside from one penalty, I believe, to this point in the game, and I just cursed it. I know I did. Prust, look out. Yeah, he has hands, too. He's surprisingly good hands for Prust. He's had about a good one or two decent dekes in this one. That's a penalty. Oh, I cursed it, didn't I? I really did. Poked up the boards. We got to touch it. It's not enough to poke check the puck. And we're going to be on a 2-minute minor kill thanks to Josh Georges. Yeah, I tripped him. 100%. Right there. It's so tough. I don't know what it is, man. It is so difficult to play right now off the rush. If I go for that poke check, it is more than likely ending up in a penalty. And by the way, the Jackets also. One shot, one goal on their one power play so far in the game, much like what we had going on when we entered our second power play of the game. Rebound there off of Price. We got a chop at this. Board comes away. Spin. Why would you spin there? For real, why would you spin there? Just get the puck out of the zone. Everything about this game is gonna drive me nuts. This whole playoff run is gonna drive me absolutely insane. That's offside. We can relax on that play because it was gonna be an offside. And even then, I don't know that you wanna relax, even if you know it very well may be offside. Dubinsky just missing by mere millimeters wide of the post of Carey Price, who has been tending the Canadiens' goal crease. I mean, exceptionally well. Doesn't even describe how well he's played in this game. He has been the the single biggest factor for the Canadiens having a chance at this game. And we want to be careful with the defenseman, how far we bring him up there. Give me control of Markov. Yes, I can poke check it back to center ice. These guys have to reset. Atkinson plays to Murray across to Tootin. Lots of east to west passing for the Blue Jackets before they eventually dumped it in. So the smart play is to just chip that out, but look at this. I'm going to stop. Duchesne, you keep going. Oh, my God. If we passed that into the goal, that would have been amazing. But I was just simply trying to stop, and then Duchesne keeps going toward the net, and I pass it behind the defender right to Matt Duchesne. It did not work out as such. 30 seconds to go in the kill. We're not winning faceoffs in this game, it's showing. That's a big missed opportunity to win one. Yemlin would just shoot it. Whoa, Yemlin, you almost shot it at your own goaltender. Which team are you playing for, bud? Yemlin. Sends it along for Borg, who scores! Ray Borg short-handed! What a weird assist, but I'll take it. That was supposed to be a windmill one-handed deke. You see it, and he basically shovels it along for Borg, who could score on the backhand. I love it when a failed play works to perfection. That is a huge insurance goal. Can you kiss this game goodbye if you're Columbus? Is that the end of the game for the Columbus Blue Jackets? That's a big goal. And the referee must have lost sight of the puck. That's a weak whistle, in my opinion. It was right there. It was on the side of the net. It was right on the cage. Bobrovsky did not have that covered. But nonetheless, 2-goal deficit at this point in the game. Not impossible, but very difficult to overcome. Canadiens, though, they can tell you about overcoming a 3-goal deficit in about a roughly a couple minutes span. Offside. Way offside, too. I don't care. I don't really want any stoppages in play. It's just interrupting the flow for me. But with a 2-goal lead right now in a pivotal game 1 of this second-round series, I can just kind of play this game out however I want to. I can be kind of chill about it. You can thank Carey Price for the reason that I can be chill about this game right now. No, that was deflected and out of play. We're starting to put that to the test, however. Pricer, I need you to be the... You know what we need to do? We need to just not forecheck at all and focus on playing a passive game. Help Carey Price out. We are not winning any faceoffs. That deflected and over the net. Markov plays it, glove to stick. Not smart from Markov. Up to Duchesne. Now, this is my time to try to make something highlight reel worthy happen. Nope, not happening there. How did I do that one-handed move? Oh, that was an accident. What an excellent... Did you see Markov make that stick lift play that allowed for Max Pacioretty to end up with possession? That misses Duchesne. He had a chance to get the puck back there. We're poke checking away like a frenzy. Want to get it to Pacioretty there. We do. Pacioretty around everybody. Dropped off for Subban. We want to go. Oh, we don't have time. We didn't have time to take a slap shot. They were coming off on a line change. Uh-oh, the button is stuck again. I thought I had it freed up, and they missed it. Did they really just miss that? Oh, the puck's going all over the zone right now. I am dizzy watching this play unfold, and now we have a 2-on-1. Gianna, backdoor. No way! Freaking Bobrovsky, what a save. Oh, my God. If the Jackets come back and tie this, remember that save. Did they go offside? They did. No freaking way he made that. Look at this. We waited patiently for that pass over to Gianta, and it was perfectly placed right on the tape. So Bobrovsky could end up on the highlight reel tape with that save. That was an amazing stop. Looked to me like a surefire goal right off that 2-on-1. Okay, Gianta knows what he's doing. No, he doesn't. Well, I had to do it to you, Cam Atkinson. I really did. LaRose sent up ahead. This is, oh, no, Gallagher, I thought would be able to get the empty netter. Dumped in. Someone has to go get this. It's got to be Yemlin. He does. Do you think I can get it? From the full length of the ice, we could not. Tootin dumps it. This will be George's to play. Down the rink. Oh, no. Just send it ahead and go get this simple empty netter. LaRose into the empty cage. And that, if there was ever any doubt about this game, that seals it. We will get to hear the goal song one final time in Game 1, not for the last time this season, I would imagine. I hope not. This is a very nice victory. I'm much more calmed down about this game after the way we played to enter the third period of play. The first 40 minutes in this game were terrible. I was a little bit distraught, actually, about the way we were playing through the first 40. But the last 20 minutes was the only 20 minutes in this game that really mattered for the Canadiens. Put this game on ice. And what we can't for the next 18 seconds, we got a bit of a break in play here on that dump in that went out of play. We'll do it again in the neutral ice. Desharnais to take the draw for the Canadiens against Letestu. It was won again by Letestu. We're going to have to look at the face-off stats. It'll be at the end of the game stats screen. We can compare the face-off percentages for both teams. We'll give this up for Prust. And Prust, I'm going to let him have a go. Have a go at a wild goal. Desharnais, oh my goodness. And then just throw it to the corner in frustration, knowing that Game 1 slipped out of their hands. The Canadiens victorious on home ice once again. Actually, the second time in this playoffs that we've been victorious on home ice. Remember, Games 3 and 4 against Detroit on home ice were losses. We won 3 out of those 4. The 4 wins in that series came at Joe Louis Arena. We will see you for Game 2 again from the Bell Center. And how about this little play to set up Rene Bourque on the backhand? That save was unbelievable by Bobrovsky. Definitely going to make the highlight reel tapes. But it was Max Pacioretty who had the game winner on that 5-hole leaker.